Hello, Dan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Lots to talk about now. We've got no time for small talk. Okay, I want to cut the small talk right down. Let's just get straight into it. No filibustering. Just get on with it. Yeah. Okay. We're going to start with new cards today. On the Wednesday, we've got 4 new cards going into the documented collection, a collection we've not seen for a while, which contains the well sought after Magna Carta, and we're adding 4 new cards to it: the Gutenberg Bible, the Communist Manifesto, the Venetian Pattern Statute, and the new limited legendary in that set, the Charter of the United Nations.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. The Charter of the United Nations is a card that will, if your deck contains 6 cards from 6 different albums, sorry, at least 1 card from 6 different albums, then it will reduce its own energy cost and the energy cost of a random card in your hand by 4, which is a huge saving, and it'll give you the ability to fit cheaper cards in with bigger cards for some good energy efficiency.
And the Gutenberg Bible, that's a biggie coming into the game.
Yeah, it's an exciting one as well. That's going to work with the printing press and movable type, obviously, because it was the first sort of mass-produced text.
And has our resident writer managed to come up with any links to the Gutenberg Bible and Steve Gutenberg?
No, but
from the European series and ThinkTelly.
I think it's imperative that we retroactively add that now.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll make sure that happens. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we'll have our usual pick and mix pack. Look forward to that.
Yummy.
Thursday's a big day for us. It's Earth Day, and we've got two new things coming out on Earth Day. First of all, we have the Earth buff is finally going to be released. So we held a vote, and everyone decided that Earth was going to get buffed. So that's what we're going to do on that day.
Excellent. We saved it for that, did we? That was very good thinking on our part.
Yeah, definitely planned. But the bigger thing that's happening on Earth Day is that we are finally doing something with our climate change collection.
Right.
So climate change is a collection that's been sitting in queue for ever since we started. In fact, it's been not doing a lot. The cards didn't have abilities and they weren't powerful at all. And we thought it's high time that we do something about that.
Okay.
We're going to the 6 cards that exist already. They're going to be replaced with new cards. They're going to be 6 new cards. They'll come in kind of pairs. So what we wanted to do with climate change, we wanted to highlight the consequences of climate change and also the things that are being done to combat it.
Right.
And so these pairs will come with one sort of consequence of the issues we have with our climate, and one thing we're doing to remedy that. So, for example, the epic card in that collection, currently melting ice caps, we're going to convert that to the Pacific Trash Vortex, which is the way that the currents move and all the rubbish we're putting into the ocean means it's all sort of conglomerating in the middle of the Pacific.
Yep.
And so that card is going to affect your opponent's oceans and seas cards when played. It's currently it's got a stat line of, I think, 982. I'm definitely getting that wrong. No, spot on, 982. And if you play the recycling card that will come out alongside it, recycling will kind of nullify the Pacific Trash Vortex. It will reduce its power down and its energy cost down to 0.
Right, gotcha.
So, which means it's been kind of neutered, but it's also Pacific Trash Vortex will still have utility in the game for you, because as a 0/0 card, it's really easy to cycle it back through your deck. So your deck becomes quicker, and it will still have an ability to affect Oceans and Seas cards, but for free next time.
Okay. So when you say replace, does that mean the old cards are going, or you're replacing the name and the abilities?
Yeah, the look and feel of the card is going to change. Your cards will, you will not lose any cards. They will just change what image is on them, what their name is, what their ability is, and the text on the back.
Excellent. Okay.
And so if you had, because you probably have 250 copies of Drought, you'll now have 250 copies of whatever we replace that with. And 2 of the cards will be changing their rarities as well. Currently it's 1 epic and 1 epic and 5 commons. We'll now have 1 epic, 2 rares, and 3 commons. So 2 of your commons are becoming rares.
I see. And what rate are we going to be releasing those at now, then, Dan?
It's all going to go. These 6 are going to go out at once on Earth Day. Right. And as time goes by, we've not got a plan for exactly when we're going to add new ones to this, but we'll be releasing them in pairs. So we'll find something that's a negative effect of climate change and then pair it with its remedy. And that's all happening for free on Thursday as well. No need to do anything. Your cards will just change and they'll be better.
Excellent. Well, that's good news. Okay, that's quite big news.
Yeah, it's a very exciting one. It's definitely been a long time coming, but I think we found something. We found a way to give this collection its identity.
I remember the meeting about those, Dan. That was literally the first week of Q, wasn't it?
It was pretty much. I think it went along the lines of, we've got to have something to do with climate change. So here's some climate change stuff.
Now that idea has come to fruition.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent. Moving on.
Friday. Last thing I want to talk about in depth is the OK Corral.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, indeed. So it's a very popular, probably the wrong word, very famous gunfight. It's right up there. Very famous gunfight.
Can you name me some other famous gunfights quickly?
The one at the beginning of Star Wars, and
right, good. So among many other famous gunfights, the OK Corral. Yep.
OK Corral. And it's a card that will work with your Legends of the Old West cards, and it'll come out in a pack that will allow you to get some limited Legends of the Old West cards. It's also got a cool ability where it will give 2 random cards in your opponent's hand -9 power for that turn. You could hit 2 cards that have been played, and that's great. You might also miss.
It's the first time we've done that.
It's kind of like a shootout. I think we've done it in
It's kind of like a shootout if I'm involved in the shootout and not able to hit what I'm aiming at necessarily. Yes.
Yeah, obviously, Old West guns famously not very accurate.
So it's almost like a chance card.
It is kind of. I mean, the main effect is it gives your Legends of the Old West cards extra power, and you always get that.
Right.
But there's also a little chance that you take -9 power from 2 of your opponent's cards that got played into the turn as well.
I like that, Dan.
Yeah.
That's very exciting indeed. Excellent. And the OK Corral itself, interesting little history to that.
Indeed.
So we looked up the origins of OK, didn't we? Which was always a bit curious. And then obviously the battle itself that you told me just before this that happened in an alleyway some distance away.
Indeed. So OK stands for the Old Kindersley Corral, which is in Tombstone in Arizona. But the fight happened like 6 doors down from the back entrance of it. So
they didn't want to call it the old alleyway 6 doors down from the
exactly.
Corral shootout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if a gunfight happened outside like Asda or something. But you didn't really want to call it the Asda gunfight.
The Asda by St Paul's Cathedral or something like that. You don't call it the Asda shootouts. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Other supermarkets are available.
Yes, and not all shootouts happen in Asda's either.
That's true.
So yeah. Okay.
And that's it. So it's a packed couple of days for Q.
Excellent. Well, that's all very exciting. I'm very, very excited by the ability on the OK Corral. I wonder when we'll see that one appear again. Very cool.
Indeed.
Right. There have been lots of things going on this week. Thank you very much to everybody who posted their favorite card and the reasons why. That was really good fun. There was some very exciting reasons why in there as well. People evacuated from volcanoes and goodness knows what else.
Yeah, I was very excited to see all the variety of picks in that.
Yeah.
There's my expectation was that people were going to say, "Oh, it's the Jade Emperor because it's the best card in the game." It's not, but yeah, to see like lots of people latching onto even common cards, very, very heartwarming, and what a great community we have.
Yeah, what a great community. I will say that is so good for us as Q and the team here, because of course it helps spread the word about Q, which is fantastic. It's letting your friends know and all this sort of stuff. But also from our perspective, the variety was just brilliant. You know, there was a few usual suspects, but the vast majority people had very personal reasons for liking those cards, and it was really interesting to see. So we might do something like that in the next few days. We've also got a constructor card which Dan and I have yet to determine, probably straight after this, coming up over the weekend.
You'll know by now, and you'll know which one I want you to get. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's confidence, Dan. Mm-hmm. Okay then. Well, thank you very much, Dan.
Keep it Q.